Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an all-new Let's Play of Pokemon Black. Here you can see there's definitely some new things going on in this Let's Play. As you can see, everything loading up. We got the Pokemon Black logo over to the left. We have what's actually being displayed on the DS here in the middle, which is like this lore story that's going to introduce us to the Pokemon Black. And then my team over on the right, so as I get team members on the right, we'll get a little picture of each Pokemon that joins the team. Yeah, it's something just to fill up the screen, take up the blank space. You know, in the past we had some blank space over there, so just wanted to fill up some of that. It feels like it's finally coming together as like an actual Let's Play. Like, we've actually got moving parts and things like that to the Let's Play, which is always exciting. But, yeah, it's always cool. And yeah, we get like this whole lore back dump, and then this sort of intro here, which I just kind of write off as like the traditional sort of Pokemon stuff. I'm going to try the first episode here using the same, because I'm playing it on my PC, obviously emulated, and purchased the game, and I'm doing this legally. I have to state that for legal reasons. I have to state that, you know, we're doing this the way that we want to do it. But, yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to use the same voice/volume that I used in the Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Let's Play. Hopefully, that carries over into this Let's Play. I'm going to see how this first one comes out and looks, and then, you know, you guys can let me know down in the comments. Unfortunately, I do things about 3 weeks ahead of time, so by the time you would let me know, we'd already be, like, 5 or 6 episodes into it, but hopefully it all works out. I have a good feeling with my my double check here after having various soda pops, baby. We'll be able to have a good idea. But here we are. We're doing our standard. What's the name of our character? It's going to be Average Joe, of course it is. And it's funny, you know, I was going to say, like, this game at first, when I first loaded it up and started playing it, I was like, wow, this game really isn't going to hold my hand. And you'll see why in like a minute here, but unfortunately, I feel like the first 2 episodes are going to be a little bit hand-holdy and a little bit on the longer side. I want to keep things to about 10 to 15 minutes, 15 minutes usually. 20 minutes is a little bit longer than I'd like to go, but it's still not bad, so we're still in good shape. But we have Bianca and the other person here. I don't know the other person's name. I always forget it. But here we go. We are going to venture into the wonderful world of Pokemon under Professor Juniper. Is Juniper a type of tree? Because I thought all the Professor Oak, Birch, Sycamore. Is Juniper a type of tree? It must be. But here we go. We have the Pokemon Black version. This is actually a really good intro. And from what I've seen, like I said, by the time this one's coming out, I have about 4 episodes pre-recorded, and I just have to do the voiceover of them. But the story is very compelling. Like, it's a very well-written, thought-out story so far, and like, it's something you usually don't get from a Pokemon game. Usually it's just sort of like, meh, you know, you need to do the thing, and the thing is save the people. But it is really, really well done. Like, especially by Pokemon standards, it is above and beyond well done, so I've been nothing but surprised. But here we go. They let us take a first... This is what I'm talking about. Look at right here. Right in the opening, less than 5 minutes into the game, including the introduction, we're getting our first Pokemon. That is non-handholdy as it gets for Pokemon. Unfortunately, it gets worse, but I wanted to look at all these. So we got Snivy, Tipig, and Oshawott. Now, Oshawott, personally, I think looks the coolest, but I think Tipig is going to be the most useful. So let's add Tipig to the team over there in the top right. There we go. We got a little Tipig. He was supposed to have a transparent background. He doesn't. You know why? Because I work with computers all day. Programming and shit like that, so I don't want to do it in my post. But, no, I promise. I'm going to try and look for transparent backgrounds or Pokemon with black backgrounds or things like that to make it look a little bit better. But for Tepig, I felt like, you know, he's going to evolve multiple times throughout the Let's Play. I don't need to worry about it if he's like that for a couple episodes. If anything, it's a step in the right direction just to have a picture of Tepig up there. With that being said, of course, we need to have our introductory battle fights with our opponent here, and we need to decide. Drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. And I promise, you know what, I'm not going to promise. I'm going to add it now so that way I can actually do it. So for this one, I didn't have any votes out there, but for the next Pokemon Let's Play, I'm going to drop this down here in this first very episode so that way as many people don't miss it as possible, and I'll probably plug it as we name some of our Pokemon. If there is a theme you would like to see the Pokemon named after, please let me know. Please make it something that like the general public has knowledge of, or like you would think I would have knowledge of, right? So like anything revolving around like Japanese, Chinese culture, count me out. But anime, count me out. You know, that kind of stuff. I'm not big on that. But yeah, it would be so cool for like you guys to vote on like what the theme of the Pokemon should be, because like that in the last Let's Play I did soda pops, because notoriously, right, I love drinking soda pops. The soda pops in quotations there. I'm a big drinker is what I'm trying to say. And for this one I was like, you know what, I wanted to do something a little bit nicer, but I wanted to do something that like I, you know, can sort of relate to. And for those that don't know, yeah, I think I've stated it before, I'm a big long distance runner, big weightlifter, but as much as I like to keep myself in check, I've got a sweet tooth. I like myself some chocolate, I like myself candy, and I like all sorts of candy. So for this Let's Play here, I figured, what should we name our Pokemon after? We should name them after tasty treats. So that is what we are going for. We are going for not things like Pringles or potato chips or things like that, but we are going straight to like the candy aisle here. And whether it be retro candy or newer candy, we're going to be all about the candy, naming our Pokemon this time around. So hopefully you all enjoy that. Of course, we beat our first Pokemon battle here, but you're going to see a first here in which I have not experienced this in a long time. So I'm going to go with what I would imagine is a very useful strat here. I'm going to triple tail whip to lower the defenses as much as I can, knowing that he won't have a special move. The only way he wins here is if he gets a critical hit, right? Because after this, it's going to take me 2 hits and then I win. He tail whipped. Okay, this could actually screw us over, because now I'm going to go and tackle. Yeah, see, I should be able to take him out in the next one, but critical hit. That's the first time I've lost to a starter fight in a long time, and I have to be honest with y'all here. That is not the first we have on this Let's Play. This Let's Play, like I said, I'm about 4 episodes into it. I have struggled. It's not like overwhelmingly hard, but like a lot of stuff has happened that like shakes me up to the core. It feels like the Pokemon battles are actually smart. I am very, very enthusiastic about this Let's Play, and it's the first time I could say that about a Pokemon Let's Play in a long, long time, because usually I know everything that's going to happen, and I stick to my guns, and yeah, this is the first time I've ever, outside of Arceus, the first time I've gone out of my way to like experience a whole new region that I've never experienced before, a whole new Let's Play, and I'm like having so much fun with it, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a treat. And I know some of you out there have said that like this is a region that you love, so hopefully you appreciate that, and you know, you could take away like you're glad that I'm having a good time with it. But for those that don't enjoy the region, I guess drop that down in the comments below. I'd be curious to see like what the takeaways are this early in the Let's Play, and see like how I can reflect on them as I continue to play through everything, because at this point in time, I mean, everything's been positive. Like I said, this episode here, it's a little hand-holdy, but all Pokemon games are a little hand-holdy in the beginning. I'm not gonna critique it and say, to hell with this Let's Play, because it's a little hand-holdy. But, yeah, like, it's just been so interesting having, like, such a unique Let's Play experience. This many games into a Pokemon game. I mean, I think this channel here started doing Let's Plays for Pokemon probably right around 2021. So that's 3 years into it. And I mean, I've been playing Pokemon since I was a teenager. And I'm now approaching 30. Still a couple years, but not very many. But, yeah, it's surprising to see, like, when I come back and revisit a franchise like this, like, Pokemon still has some hidden gems there that they're willing to show me, and they pull out at the last second, and it's just sort of like, didn't see that coming, did you? And then all of a sudden you're in a whole new world, doing a whole new thing. But here we go, we're talking to Professor Juniper, of course. And we need to name our Tepig. Like I said, I am going for candy-related names. I feel like that is the way to go. Anything you can find in the candy aisle, we're going to be able to name our Pokemon after. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. But I haven't seen them in a long time. I think they may have discontinued them. But growing up, my mom was always a fan of them. They call them Red Hots. They were like these little... They look like M&Ms. But they were sort of like gobstoppers too. You like just pop them in your mouth and you suck on them, and it was like a spicy cinnamon kind of flavor. So I mean, Tepig looks like a Red Hot. You know, and that's kind of all I needed to name him after that. He's a little red hot man. Look at him. Look at him over there in the top right corner. You can see him. He's got that little red hot on his tail. You just want to give him a little rubbing up on the top of the head. Want to have a good time with that guy. You know? So I thought, very fitting for him. He's a little pig man. Need to be very fitting. But here we get the Pokedex. Of course, in every generation, what would a generation be, right, without a trainer who wants to send out a 13-year-old to risk their life in order to find every Pokemon that ever was? It wouldn't be a Pokemon game without it. Without a death wish for the younger community, it really wouldn't be a Pokemon game. But now my mom comes, ruins the fun, buzzkill. Now she gives us, whatever, the town map. Actually, you know what, as much as I was going to be like, loser, that's really, really helpful to have, because in many generations, like, you can just completely skip getting the town map, and then like 50% through the game be completely and entirely screwed because you have no idea where you're going. So it's very nice for my mom to stop by and give us all a copy of the town map. It is very bizarre that she has 3 copies on hand, being as one of our parents wasn't so thrilled about us going on this trip, but I guess it's what moms are for. Let's go. And this is what I'm saying, like, this is why I've been talking so much over, like, everything going on and not really elaborating on it. It is so hand-holdy, like the first 2 episodes of this series. It rattles my brain, right? Because the first thing they do is the Pokemon get sent to your house, and they get sent there in a gift basket, and you just pick your Pokemon. It didn't need to be hand-holdy. This many games into the series, I would hope the person playing has a good understanding of what Pokemon is. Like, it doesn't need to do it. I don't need to see how to catch a Pokemon, please, dear God. Unless you're going to catch Mewtwo or an Abra. I don't need to know the insight. Like, it's... We don't need it. We don't need it. I mean, we've already got the My Team section on the right. And yes, does it have, like, the text line, like I'm still drawing because I was in PowerPoint and did this like a 4th grader? Absolutely it does. But that doesn't mean I need to know how to catch a Pokemon. I already know how to do it. It's such a headache. No. It bugs me. But we got some Pokeballs out of it. Because we didn't have any real ones. Ooh. But there we go. Man, these Let's Plays lately, they've been devolving into some quick nonsense. Okay. Yeah, she wants a... Hold on a second. She wants to see who can catch the most Pokemon. So, the goal here, I think what the game is getting you to do is there's 2 Pokemon you can catch here. One of them is absolute dog shit, in my opinion. It's actually pretty good for like a starter Pokemon. But the other one is, in my opinion, better as a starter Pokemon. So I go for the better of the 2. And what they want you to do is catch all 3 Pokemon here to inspire you to go out and fulfill the Pokedex, but I'm not going to do that. I've never done that. I'm not going to do it. But here we find a Lillipup at level 2. Save your Pokeballs if you're this far in the game. You can catch them at level 4 in about 3 minutes. I had to figure that out the hard way, but I'm going to use my bag and I'm going to catch the Lillipup here. And I know what I'm going to name this bad boy already. Because I know he's not going to be on the team. And I want to name him something that isn't my favorite, which may be controversial amongst the fans here. This is why I love doing something fun, like things we find in the snack aisle, right? Got Lillipup, the puppy Pokemon. We love a puppy over here. Those that don't know, I'm a big dog lover. I've got my dog sitting right here next to me. Big old husky. But we're gonna name this little guy right here Snicker. Just because he looks like a little Snicker, you know, you'd be like, come on, Snicker. Give him a rub on the head. And like I said, I have a good feeling he's not gonna stick on the team forever. And to be honest with y'all, I don't love Snickers. They're alright. I know all the commercials and bullshit they do, but I think Snickers are pretty average, if I'm gonna be honest. Just probably rightfully so for average Joe, but 3 Musketeers is where it's at if you're picking out a candy bar of that selection. Oh, whatchamacallits are the best in the aisle. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I love this feature here with like everybody speaking. This makes things like a lot more personable. I love this. I absolutely love it. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there's so much I could go on about what I love about this series, but we only have about a minute left. So I wanted to say, once again, thank you for joining us all on this new Let's Play series. I hope you liked it. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational for myself in continuing to make videos just like this now and in the near future. We'll be playing this series here, a Let's Play of Pokemon Black, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Mondays and Wednesdays, we'll be playing LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. As this episode is coming out, we're finishing up the Revenge of the Sith era, and we'll be moving into A New Hope very shortly here. And then every Sunday, we do a Let's Play of Mario vs. Donkey Kong. So a lot of exciting Let's Plays on the channel, a lot of stuff for you to check out. If you haven't checked out any of that stuff before, please feel free to do so. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we hope to see you once again here on the next one. Until then, as always, peace out, Girl Scout.